In this video, we'll demonstrate using the Template Studio to create a report that inserts a new row of data each time it's updated by an event trigger in the process. We'll log all of the events onto a new worksheet every day, and we'll collate those worksheets into a new report workbook every month. Okay, to get started with our event report, let's open up the Template Studio from the Home tab of Project Explorer. And we'll create the template by opening up the XLReporter ribbon and opening Template New. Just give the template a name and choose to start with a blank report template. Inside the template, the first thing that I'll do is use XLReporter's Content Designer to add a header. And that's pretty straightforward. I just select the cell area that I want the header to occupy and give it a title. When I insert the header into the template, you can see that it's formatted blue, and that's because I'm using the XLR Blue design theme. Next, I'll connect data using my real-time connector, so I'll open up Connect and select that connector, and then I'll browse into the name parameter to create a new data group. Inside the group, on the Columns tab, I can browse in and select tags from a live list inside the connector. Now I'll just save and close the group. And back in Connections, I'll add it into B8 with the placement type of Insert at Start. And so each time this report is updated by the trigger in the process, it's going to add a new row onto B8 there and push all the previous updates of the report down the worksheet. Now I'll save and close Connections, and notice that when I added that data group in, I get a header row that's also theme formatted, with my tag names as the column headings. So now I'll just do some Excel formatting here, and I'll format the top row of the data area as 2 decimal place numbers. And the date time column I'll format as time, since each update to this report will occur over the course of a single day. While I'm here, I might as well change that to say time as well. And the reason I'm doing everything just on the first row of the report area is because we're using the Insert at Start placement type, and so we will actually push the formatting of this row down onto all the other ones. Next, I'll establish naming convention for the workbooks and worksheets in this report. So I'll open up report names. And what I really want to see is all of my events logged onto a new worksheet every day. So I'll name the template worksheet after the day. Then I want to collate all these daily worksheets into a new workbook every month. So I'll name the workbook after the year and month. I'll close down report names, and before I get to the schedule, which is the last piece of design for this one, I'm just going to widen out the column so I can see my headings. And I'll widen out the date time column as well. Now I'll add a schedule for this report so that it can be updated automatically by the trigger in the process. So I'll open up Schedule, and I'll add a new action. And the action is going to be updating the template worksheet of the report, the one we did all of our design work on there. And the condition is going to be based on an event in my process. And the event that I want to log a new row on is when my machine cycle ends. And so for me, that's going to be when my cycle start tag transitions to a value of 0. So now that I have the schedule set up for this report, I'll save and close the schedule designer. And I'll save and close the template as well. Then I'll start up the system check tool, which I'll use to write a value to that cycle start tag. Then I'll start up the scheduler. I'll browse in and actually get to that control signal. And if I read the current value, we can see that we're in a cycle right now. That value is 1. And we can trigger the report by writing a new value of 0. And you can see the event was processed there, and my scheduler is running right now at a poll time of 5 seconds. So whenever I write a value to these tags, it will be read within 5 seconds. Let's trigger a couple more cycles by transitioning to 1 and then back to 0 again. And on that transition, there's our new timestamp. And then we got one more here on the third update there. So I'll close down System Check, and I'll go back into the Product Explorer, and I can check out the results for that report if I go into the Workbook Reports viewer on the Home tab. And you can see in here that in my RT event folder for the template, I've got a 2017 April workbook file with an April 6th worksheet in it. And that worksheet has the 3 updates that I triggered from System Check with the most recent update at the top. So it's safe to say we've done our design work correctly for this one. And all we have to do now is walk away from the machine and let XLReporter work together with the PLC to produce this report for us automatically in the background. For more information, visit us online at www.scitech.com.